serotonin is like really important. If you're like deficient in serotonin, then like that's what causes a lot of anxiety and depression and stuff. So I was looking for signs, bro, and I saw that one. I was like, oh, I guess it's a good shit. Damn, y'all. So this is episode 56 of The Most Vulnerable Player. And we're sitting with Diego Luna, who is a professional soccer player who plays for Real Salt Lake.
Yep, yeah.
So you actually were playing with the Locomotives at first, right?
Yeah, 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
So, so right now you're with Real Salt Lake. You just won MLS Young Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Which is like pretty badass, bro.
Yeah.
First of all, how was it living in El Paso, bro? Because you're from Cali, right?
California, yeah. So, no, it was kind of interesting. I went to like 3 different teams, right? While I was looking for a team, and I came to El Paso, and like as soon as I got here, I was like, I want to stay here. This is where I want to play. And it just the community just took me in, and made me feel comfortable from the get go. So it was like I didn't have to worry about stressing outside of soccer, and it just kind of So
what part of Cali are you from?
San Jose.
San Jose.
Yeah. So the Bay Area.
Bay Area. Oh shit. Okay. Is it anywhere similar to?
I would say San Jose is definitely like a Latino community. So I think it kind of made me feel somewhat like home.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro. And you started playing professional like really young, no? Like
I was 17.
17 years old.
17. Yeah.
Damn. And I would assume you played soccer like your entire life.
Yeah. Since I was like 3. Yeah.
Did you play any other sports?
Nah, just soccer.
Just soccer.
Yeah,
so you just locked in from soccer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And what was like your kind of your upbringing like, bro? Like obviously you played sports and but what was like your childhood like, and do you have like any siblings and
Yeah. So I got 2 older brothers and 1 older sister.
Okay. So you're the youngest.
Yeah. And just came from a soccer family. Like my dad played pro back in the day, and all my siblings played in college, and they all coach now. So it's just strictly a soccer family, and I was lucky enough to be the youngest and kind of take a little bit from everyone.
Yeah.
And kind of make my our dream reality. So it was kind of cool.
Damn. So being a soccer family, so was it like super competitive?
Yeah, all the time. Everybody's always trying to beat each other and train harder and stuff like that. So but that's kind of what made me, right? So it was kind of cool.
For sure. And was like did your pops like did he like not force you to play soccer or like was it just something you wanted to do?
I think it was just since I was around it so little, like it was just the only thing I knew. So I think it was just like growing into it, and I felt like it was just like in my blood, like it was guaranteed that I was gonna play. So
so you never saw like was ever like a plan B, like I might do this, like I might go to school for this or something like that?
So at the beginning, but once it got serious when I was like 14, 15, that's when things started getting serious, and I kind of just said, nah, like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do anything. I just want to play soccer. And so.
And so when you say serious, like, because I played basketball. And I guess basketball, I guess you could I think mainly in Europe is when people have like younger people like play pro at a younger age. But here in the States, it's really like you play AAU and then you go to high school. Exactly. So really you're getting serious around like if you go to like a D1 college or something like that and play basketball. So when you say serious, like is there like junior teams or like how does that work, and
so
how did that go for you?
So when I was 14, I moved to Arizona from California, and it was kind of like a soccer high school type of thing. So it was just strictly soccer, like you're alone, and it's kind of like being in college at 14, 15, right? So I was out there, and then that was the big jump that made it serious. Like I'm leaving family, I'm leaving friends, and this is all for like the dream, right? So that's kind of when everything just locked in, and it was just soccer. Yeah.
Are you getting like actively recruited by other teams there? Like what's like the process for you?
So that academy is like they have guaranteed that you're either gonna go D1 in college or get a college scholarship or go pro. So everyone that leaves that academy, if you make it to the end, of course, is going to leave with, a D1 or a college scholarship or go pro.
Damn. And you guys are all staying together?
Yeah. It's like a dorms and stuff like that.
Damn. Yeah. Was that tough at all? Did it get tough at times being out there?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. The first 2 years were super tough, right? Yeah. You're 14 years old, and you're living on your own, right? It's tough. So it was kind of like you had to learn from, lessons, not your age, right? You grew up faster than what you wanted to do. you had to give up things, and yeah, it was definitely tough. And family, missing family, you know how it is, like stuff like that is just hard on you.
Yeah. And did you feel like you've always kind of had that like work ethic instilled in you, or did you like kind of have to develop that?
Yeah, I think I definitely had to develop it. I think once making those big, risks and those things, it kind of gives you that thing where like I got to step it up now, because I'm not doing this just for fun, right? Like I'm doing this because this is my dream, and I'm suffering for something at the outcome, right?
Yeah.
So I think I definitely had to grow into it, and each year it got harder and harder.
Yeah. Because I mean, you start off playing, like, I feel like anything you play sports, you start off like it's really fun, and not to say it's not fun for you, obviously, but I think once you start getting like to that pro level, you start getting paid. I'm sure. Does it ever feel like sometimes it is a job?
Yeah. I'd consider it a job for me. Like I know a lot of guys don't, and they say it's just soccer, right, for fun. But for me, I consider it a job. You're getting paid for it. The better you do, the more you get paid. And you're taking sacrifices for it, from being away from family, always on the go, stuff like that. So I definitely consider it a job, and yeah.
So you ended up moving to Arizona. So how long were you at the academy for?
I was there for 3 years, so three and a half years. Yeah.
And then from there, who'd you get signed to?
To El Paso. Yeah, that's when I came out here. Yeah. And I finished online school. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you graduated?
Yeah, I graduated high school through. Yeah.
And so during that time, like being at the Locomotives, first of all, like or maybe you could say something about it. Like, what's like so it's like a minor league type?
Yeah, it's like it's like
minor
league.
Yeah, it's like below the MLS.
Yeah.
Got you. And so it's kind of like AAA for.
Yeah, yes, in a sense, but like like AAA baseball, that they feed into like an MLB team.
Got you.
Where the Locomotives don't feed into their own identity. Yeah.
Oh,
but obviously,
okay.
like MLS teams can't pick up players from there.
Pick up players. Oh, snap.
No, it was a big challenge, right? I think you're playing against grown men at 17 years old, stronger, faster, bigger. So it had a lot to do with like adapting, right? Like learning that being smarter than them, right? Like you're learning you're not going to beat them on the run. You're not going to be stronger. And that just helped, right? You took advantage of that. And then later on, I developed the speed and the strength and stuff like that. So it kind of just added another, aspect to it.
Yeah. And how much, because I'm going to be honest, the only time I really tune into soccer is like the World Cup.
Yeah.
I wish I could and honestly, the more you talk about it and like the more you go to games, I'm like, damn, I'm probably gonna start getting more into this.
Yeah, I tuned into this. You went to the first
it was my first Locomotive game.
Yeah.
How much of like soccer is like a mental game?
Yeah. I think I would say it's like 60% or 70%, if not more. It's just so tough. Like you got to be switched on for 90 plus minutes, right? Like you're playing 2 45-minute halves, and every moment is something that's crucial.
Yeah.
And that's why you switch off for a second and they can score on you, or your guy runs by you or something like that. So it's definitely just a lot of mental, being locked in. And then, of course, like in any sport, just the aspect of messing up, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to, it's so fast that the game is always coming at you with something, right? And you can't dwell on mistakes and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot mental.
So the margin for error is just very slim.
Yeah. And you just got to move on. Like you got to be strong enough mentally to be like, all right, next one. Like, we're good. Yeah.
And did that ramp up for you when you made that jump to the MLS, like the major league?
Yeah. Like it got harder. So of course I started making more mistakes.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing as good at first. I had to adapt. So it was very tough at times where you're going at a young age still, right? You're going through these challenges, and you gotta figure it out. So I think
Yeah. And as a pro, are they lenient with you, or like if you make a mistake, it's like next man up, like you gotta earn your.
You kind of it's kind of like you get like 3 strikes, right, or kind of something like that. Like you'll mess up and they'll give you chances, but it's just like. It also depends on what you're doing. Yeah, like if it's just slacking off and stuff like that, they'll kick you out of practice or stuff like that. But if it's just a bad touch or a bad shot, it's nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you at any point, like do you get nervous before games?
Every game, yeah.
Yeah.
Every game.
What does that kind of feel like for you?
Yeah, I think it's. You get the butterflies in your stomach. Your head starts overthinking. Every day, every game day, I wake up and it's just there. Like the nerves and everything, and it doesn't go away until like the first pass of the game. So it's there throughout you, and Yeah, but it's good. It's good nerves. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And when you played, like, what's the biggest crowd? What was the biggest game you've ever played in?
I think one of the games this year were like 45K.
Damn.
Yeah.
And what does that feel like? Because I feel like soccer's a little different when it comes to the crowd. Like, I feel like they're pretty.
What stadium
insane.
was that?
At the one, I think it was Cincy or Columbus. Columbus, I think. Yeah, Columbus Crew. Yeah, so it was crazy.
Crazy game. And have you played against like people that you've been like start a little starstruck?
Well, the first game of this past year was against Messi.
Oh,
so we played them in Miami, and that was pretty sick. Yeah.
And was it just like, you're my opponent, like you can get to work too, or was it at first it was like, oh shit, dude?
Yeah,
like,
actually, like in the warm up and stuff, you see him on the other side. It's like, damn, that's him. And then once the game started, it was kind of just like you didn't even notice him, right?
Yeah.
But, and then after, it's like you get your fanboy.
Yeah,
type
for
of thing.
sure,
Yeah,
bro.
It's sick.
Damn, I can't even imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be a fanboy, bro. Straight up.
Easy, bro.
Yeah, can you pull the mic down just a little bit? It's kind of covering. I want to see your face. There you go.
Is that better?
Perfect, bro. Hell yeah, dog. But damn, bro. So what's your game? I'm sure it's evolved over the years, but like your routine, like on a like from when you wake up on a game day, to like the end of like your night after the game.
It's simple. It's throughout the whole day. Like I've had the same routine. It's kind of wake up, get coffee, go for a walk.
What time are you waking up at usually?
Oh, until whatever time I wake up on game day. Yeah,
because your game's at night.
Yeah, game's at night. So if I wake up at 10 or if I wake up at 8, you know, it just fluctuates with like taking a nap maybe in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But and then I just eat, you know, lunch after the walk and stuff. Eat lunch. And then we got the pregame meal a couple hours later.
With the team?
Yeah, with the team. That one's like all together. Everybody's locked in, kind of focused.
Yeah.
And then, and then we have video and we head out to the stadium. And then warm-ups, game, and then we fly back after. That's the thing that a lot of people don't know is
I didn't know that.
We fly right back after the game. So our flight's usually like at 11:30.
So you never really
12.
get to see like the city?
Yeah. We get there the day before, but yeah, it's very like tight because we get there like at 7 p.m., 6 p.m. So you only get that afternoon, and then the rest of the day is game day. Yeah.
Got you. Do you guys like go out together as a team?
Yeah, every once in a while. Yeah, like when we can't. Like there has been times where we stayed overnight. Yeah. We wait one day. I think it was in Vancouver, Canada. We stayed an extra night, so all the guys went out and we just kind of had fun. And, yeah.
And everybody kind of has like I'm sure all teams are different, but you guys have like a good relationship.
Yeah. I think in our team, there's kind of like the Latino group, and then it's like the Americans.
It's segregated.
Yeah, no. So it's kind of funny. It's like even at our meals, like it's all this table speaks Spanish, and this table is all Americans, and then we got like the Europeans somewhere else. It's kind of funny though.
Yeah,
but,
I feel like you can kind of like mix in between. all of them, huh?
Yeah.
Because you speak fluent Spanish.
Yeah, I would say like 80%. Yeah, but I can hold a conversation.
Get by.
Yeah, exactly. And then with the Europeans, those guys are just kind of on their own world.
No, yeah, for sure, bro. Is there a lot of Europeans on your team?
I'd say there's like 6.
6?
Yeah, like all around Europe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so outside of soccer, like, because I feel like that's the thing with like a lot of athletes, they want to like venture out into other things.
Yeah.
As far as maybe businesses or whatever. So what outside of soccer, what interests you? Like what maybe avenues?
I'm like big into like clothes and like cologne.
Really?
Yeah. So I think like one of my goals in the future is to create like a brand.
Hell yeah.
Start clothing and you know beanies and all that type of stuff, and then you know at the end have a cologne that's kind of a scent that's just like you know
like personalized to
personalized scent. Yeah, that kind of. Yeah, just that smells good.
Yeah.
Something
so for game day, like, do you like pick out a fit that like is gonna like? Are you pretty meticulous about that? Or
yeah. I wear like on the different outfits that I wear. I kind of feel like the better. What is it? The saying like look good, feel good, play good. Exactly. So that's kind of like it's true. Like
for
you
sure.
show up feeling fresh and stuff. Like you're ready to go when you're on the field. So
100%.
It's all about that and I pick a cologne also. I have so many, so like I just pick one for each day and kind of what's the day gonna be.
So you got a whole collection.
Yeah.
What's like you have to have like a top one that you go back to, like all reliable.
I have like there's like the Creed one.
Yeah.
Creed. There's like a Creed Aventus cologne, which is like a black bottle. And I just bought that one, and now it's decent for like every day. And then I have this other one from like this brand called Parfums de Marly.
Oh shit!
And it's like fancy.
You're really into the colognes.
Yeah. And it's expensive, but they smell like hella good.
That's fire, bro. I might have to send me some of those, bro. What cologne do you wear, bro?
Axe, bro.
Axe. That's crazy,
bro.
In middle school,
whatever. I always say whatever like Liv's parents or Liv's dad or brother have around, because they have a lot of colognes.
Yeah,
bro.
You just grab it straight on.
Yeah, I didn't get into it, bro. Honestly, I didn't need to start doing it. I have no cologne. I used to.
Yeah. So how'd you and Rob meet?
I slid in his DMs.
Shit.
No, I think
that's how he gets you, bro.
I know.
Just like I think some of his other teammates were kind of training with me a little bit.
Yeah.
So just networking through his other teammates.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then I think I hit you up. Yeah, I think Aaron was like, I saw Aaron.
Yes.
And then I like slid up and I was like, hey, bro, like, can I like start sliding through and
sure.
working out? And then he started helping me out. And then from there, it's just been like, this fool's always been there for me now.
Yeah,
every time I come back, he lets me hit the workouts and all that shit.
Yeah. Nah, I'd be dying to fucking top you, bro.
Oh, man.
So what's because you have, being a professional athlete, like you have choices as far as trainers.
Yeah.
What makes like what made you like stick to Rob, you know?
I think like the obvious one was that guys on my team that I looked up to, like Aaron and Chapa and these guys that were just dope dudes and stuff that were working with him. So I was like, I want to work with this guy. Like if he's doing stuff with them and they're performing well on the field, like he could help me out. So that's kind of what started it. And then the more I got to know this guy, like he's chill, he's awesome, and he's always been like there for me. So it was dope to have a homie like that.
Bro.
Nah, Rob's one of them ones for sure, man. So Chapa and Aaron, are they still on the Locomotive?
No, so I mean, it's crazy to see also like the transformation of Locomotives alone and the players that have gone in and out through the team. So they left. They actually left to another team. I guess you could say they went down to a lower division per se, but actually Aron just won his division. USL won, but they're ballers, bro. I mean, and then there's coaches coming in and out. You know how it goes with like any sport, right? Coaches comes in, he's gonna bring his players in.
Yeah.
So it's been cool seeing like even like Diego's progression, bro. It's been crazy. Like him signing to Locomotives at 17. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
So you had him from 17 to 20.
Pretty much, man. I met you when you were he had just got in here.
Literally a couple
it's like
months
a crazy story, bro. When I tell everybody, it's like a 1% chance for like what he's gone through, like to even happen, bro.
Yeah.
Like because I mean,
it's rare to go up through those like ranks. Like I kind of like went up each staircase, like through there, and then it was like a big deal because that when RSL bought me, there was like the record in like most expensive price
really
of history of that league. So it was kind of like a big deal, and it kind of in a way like paved the pathway, right? Because there after me there was like more kids that were getting picked up from MLS to USL. So it kind of was cool to like start something that
And did you expect that? Or was
that's kind of what I was working towards, right? Like that I went to this second division team to play better, to develop, and then once I was ready to make my way up, and it kind of is exactly kind of how I planned it, but it wasn't in a sense of where I knew I was going to go, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. Just continue to, Yeah. And
when you say like it's not normally like that, is it just up and down or how does it work?
Or just per se like his story of like him going pro at such a young age. There's plenty of stories of guys going even younger, like going pro younger and it just doesn't work out.
And
like, or per se he's starting and like with a real good team, like getting amazing playing time. Like that's rare, bro. That's like.
Was Omar Salgado like that?
Omar's interesting story. Like, Omar left El Paso at like a very young age, and like I might be wrong. I think he left like at 13, 14, so right before high school.
Yeah.
To like an academy. I think he went to the Chivas Academy. I might be wrong. And he was a number 1 draft pick in 2011 at 17.
Yeah.
So
there's a draft.
There's a draft every year. There's an MLS draft.
Got you. But you didn't go through the draft. They just picked you up.
They just picked me up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like someone like in the NBA getting picked up like from.
You could say G League, but it's just different because like with soccer, bro, they can grab you from that academy that he was.
Well,
at.
like the El Paso team or Locos, they bought me from just me at a high school. So it's kind of like if NBA go into a high school, like they just grabbed me from there because it was a free agent. Like you didn't have to pay anybody anything. So they just paid me a salary, and that was they got me. You know, so it was kind of like that. Yeah.
And like people in like the Locos, are they able to like make a living like just playing soccer?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I think
would say but it's definitely there's a gap from USL Champions League, which is where the Locomotives are in, and MLS.
Yeah,
gotcha.
There's a gap.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and I saw you also have a son, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. How old is he?
He's 1 and 3 months.
1 and 3 months.
Yeah.
Dang. So he's basically a newborn, bro.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, bro, how's that been, man? Because I mean, I'm sure your schedule's all over the place and everything.
It's definitely been another challenge, right?
Yeah.
But of course, a blessing. But it was something. I was 20, right?
Yeah.
19,
so it was for sure like a surprise to you.
Yeah, surprise. Yeah. So 19 when I found out, right?
Wow.
And this is, I was not ready. I was just a kid still. I was, going through soccer and performing and seeing where my life's gonna go, right? So it was crazy. And then fast forward 2 years, right? Like now he's here, and it's been the biggest blessing. And at the same time, it's just I've had the best year I've had as a pro this past year, and I wonder why, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have this extra motivation or like a new type of love that you don't even realize it, right? So I think it's been a big thing for me, and yeah.
Damn, bro. Yeah, that I kind of hear that a lot, like when someone has like a son or a kid or anything, like it's like their mindset shifts.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it like kind of like a automatic thing for you? Like when he was here, it was just like, oh shit, like.
I think it was like as soon as he was here, it was kind of like he's first now, like in anything.
Because I'm gonna be honest, for me, I'd be scared, like I'd be scared as hell,
I was terrified. Yeah, I was terrified. I was not ready. I was nervous. I didn't even know how to like change diapers, nothing like that, right? So it was learning from zero, and it just kind of switched to like whatever I'm gonna do, like I'm thinking about him first. Like if I want to go train, make sure that he has everything first. Like I'm thinking him before I'm thinking me. So it was kind of crazy. Like I said, just a different feeling. Like you didn't even know.
Did it make you realize like you have another gear?
Yeah, exactly. Like it just gave you that extra motivation that you didn't know you had in you. So and now it's just there. Like now I just want to keep grinding, because like I said, the better you do, the more money you make, and the more money, the better family. Keep everybody happy and everybody, yeah.
I'm curious, like, what would you say to someone who maybe is like was in that position you were like 2 years ago, where because I mean it happens a lot. You know?
Exactly.
I was in that position 2 years ago where they were actually like maybe they're scared that and it's a blessing at the end of the day, but it does come with a lot of worry. Exactly. So what is advice like you'd give to someone in that position?
I think for now, me going through that is kind of just like I would tell myself just to relax. Like you're gonna have family there, you're gonna have people there for you. You're gonna just learn on the go. Like I learned everything just as I was doing it. Like I didn't even know, like I said, changing diapers or how to hold them properly, right? So all this different stuff that you just learn, and people are there to help you, doctors, people, questions, whatever you have, and there's always people there for you. So I think for me, telling someone in that situation would just be to like relax and just kind of go with the flow. Just kind of learn as you go, and
things will work themselves out, Yeah. And so I think like just in the pod, like, well, the reason I started it was because I had like went through my own like kind of just mental health like struggles and stuff, and so the first podcast was me kind of sharing that, and then I kind of wanted to like just give other people a platform to kind of like share what they've been through. So for you, like, what do you feel has been the hardest thing you've had to overcome mentally, whether it was maybe like when you were younger, or it could be now, or just at any point in your life that comes to mind?
I think for me, the hardest thing would have to be like when I left so early, being so young and leaving. Your family, you don't really get to like those years of your life, right? Like high school is kind of where you grow, you kind of become who you're gonna become and stuff like that. So I think for me, leaving at that time, kind of just I didn't get to know my siblings. I didn't get to like really connect with them, and they get to know me on the deepest levels. And still to this day, it's something that I think about. Like I feel like my parents, I've been gone away from my parents for what 7 years, if that. And they're just getting older and older, and it's kind of hard. Like you're just like, damn, like the sacrifices that we're making, like, it's tough. So I would say for me, the hardest thing was just always leaving family. Like you go home for a month out of a year, and then you got to leave them again. And it's tough. Like,
And what did you do to kind of like get over that, you know?
Yeah, I think time was definitely one of the biggest things. Like you're gonna learn, your brain's gonna learn that you gotta, this is life, right? Like you have to make sacrifices and stuff. And then on the other thing, just FaceTime. FaceTime helped a huge amount. You seeing somebody's face, their emotions, their voice, it kind of, it's right there, right? Just like seeing somebody, it gives you that extra bit of like happiness that you're missing and stuff from seeing them, seeing your parents. Yeah, and then I think always just keeping yourself busy is something that was huge. Like making friends at the academy and just kind of always having a good time instead of dwelling. And I learned that because I would always just sit in my room. Like I would just sit in bed and be sad. And yeah, you know how it is, right? And
sure.
I then I learned like being out and actually doing stuff, having friends, laughing. The days go by quicker. You're enjoying yourself, and then you know the days go by that the next time you get to see your parents are a week from now instead of 2 months because you've been sitting in your room. You know, so I think that was a huge factor.
Got you. And did you ever feel like pressure? Because like I feel like your family played, your brothers played, your dad played professionally. Was there any sort of like that you felt you had to live up to a certain standard?
Surprisingly, no. Like I would think that there was, right? But for me, it was kind of just like I was just doing it because I loved it. Like it was all I knew, so it was fun. It was just what I loved to do. And then I think as soon as I did go pro, like after high school, I think that's when the pressure started, where there's constant pressure on this young athlete. Is he going to succeed or is he going to be a bust, right?
Got you.
It's tough. And still to this day, I'm continuing to prove people wrong and work for myself, right? So there is pressure there, but, you know, that's what pressure's for, right? To have that on your back, to push through and make succeeding more special, I feel like.
For sure.
Yeah.
One of the quotes that like always hits, I heard it like a month ago. It was like pressure is a privilege.
Yeah.
And I feel like that just hits every time, bro. Because I mean, feeling that pressure, it just means you're in an important position,
to,
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
To do something great, you know. And I mean, I'm sure you felt tons of pressure, bro, being a business owner and having those gyms and just really having people that you like work for you and are like counting on you to like come through and stuff, right?
It's like everyday thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like
did it stress you out?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it stress them out, Liv?
Like work.
Yeah, just
work stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it, like back in my head right now. Like I'm thinking about it right now.
Like I gotta do payroll.
Yeah, for real. No, for sure, man. But I think like I mean, I played soccer growing up. Obviously not at his level.
Yeah.
But I think like those hours that you put in the time and like just like I wake up early every day, but I was so used to doing that with like soccer and training and working out that it was easy to like translate to the business side. You know what I mean?
Bro, honestly, you're like, I'm not just saying that. Like your work ethic and dedication is like insane, bro. Like he's up like no matter what time he goes to sleep though, he's waking up at 4 a.m. Like, bro, we were at headquarters like till like 1, bro, and then he's like, nah, I gotta wake up at 4, bro. I was like, bro, you're still gonna wake up at 4? This motherfucker's up, bro. And just like, did you even like because you were up at 4, did you take a nap or anything? Like
maybe a little power nap, like a quick one, bro. But like
you're still, I mean, you're going, bro.
You gotta have some fun, but you also gotta take care of business. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro.
But also, bro, it's like having guys like Diego around. Like you look up to that, bro. Like their work ethic for their craft, or any athlete that I get the opportunity to like be around, like you gotta find your craft. You know what I mean? I think I find myself in the business in the gym industry, and it's like you learn from like people around you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like kind of that sense.
Yeah, for sure. And he was telling me that because you got the MLS Young Player of the Year. Is that kind of like Rookie of the Year type?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same.
Got
thing.
you. Yeah. He was saying you didn't even know that you were gonna get it.
No, I had no idea.
Yeah,
and it was kind of weird because they had like this other award that was basically the same thing, like one of the best young players, and they gave it to another kid, another guy. So I was like, oh, they're gonna do that with this one too. But this one was like through MLS, and like it was voted by like fans and by the clubs and then like the management of MLS. So it was pretty cool to win that one because it was actually people that were voting and stuff like that.
For sure. Are you the type of dude like? Because I feel like for me, whenever I'm chasing something like and I reach it, like it feels good for like briefly, but like it's almost like you would think it would felt better, you know. Yeah. But then after it's just like
it's another thing. Yeah, exactly. I think it was that. I literally for like that day I found out I was like hyped.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next morning and I was like, all right, nothing.
Gotta grind.
Yeah. I was like forgot about it.
See, that's another thing. Like I feel like with Diego, like he could have gotten complacent like a long time ago. Like, I feel people could have gotten complacent going from an academy. Oh, I'm pro at 17. Cool.
Yeah.
Or okay, cool. I'm in the MLS now. Like, bro, like you never like that's one thing about him. Like he doesn't get complacent. Yeah. He's still off season. He literally gets here already. Like, yo, Rob, I'm pulling to the gym next day. Like, you see that, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like,
and your off season, are you kind of like are you kind of easing back into it, or you came back and you're just like, let's go?
Yeah, so I just took a weekend off. Gotcha. I took Friday through Sunday and kind of did what I wanted. Ate what I wanted, drank a bit and stuff like that. So I kind of had fun. And then now it was just straight back to work again on Monday. I hit
when will training camp start for you guys?
We have to be back in January, like January 10th.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then we start preseason where, you know, we do all this traveling, go different places, and then...
Have you been abroad?
Yeah, a lot of times, yeah.
What's like your favorite place in Europe or shit anywhere?
Probably Brussels in Belgium.
Damn, I've never heard that one.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. It was just beautiful.
What about it?
It's just beautiful. Like it kind of looks like you're in a Harry Potter type of thing. Like it's cool. It's just awesome. Yeah.
Damn. And so do you notice a difference in like the hype around soccer in America and then Europe?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
The crowds are crazier.
Yeah, crazier. There's just along the streets there's just soccer, right? Like everywhere in Europe it's just the main thing, right? So it's definitely a big difference, but the US is getting there. Like you're seeing things grow every day. Like
sure.
Crazy stuff is happening in the US and you're just excited to see what's this is going to look like in 10 years. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and just like in general, like soccer as far as the craft and the sport and not everything that comes with it, but just about like being on the field, like what's your favorite part about soccer?
For me, I'd say probably like making the fans like enjoy it, like whether because I like to be, you know, a little like flashy and do some skill and stuff like that. What you see, but the fans like, and just hearing like, you know, the fans and stuff like that, and people smile because they're watching you play, having joy. That's like the coolest thing. You're just like you're out here doing what you want to do, and other people are enjoying it. And,
for sure. Yeah. What did it feel like just getting like people asking you for pictures for the first time? What was that like?
That was crazy. Yeah. It just started getting it just started slow, and then now in Utah it's like every time I go out 2 or 3 pictures. Like wow. Yeah, it's crazy now. Like I wouldn't have ever thought like that's something, but now every time I leave my house I can't get out in like pajamas or anything because there's gonna be people at Target like asking for pictures and stuff. So
Do you ever feel like, not why me, because I think that's a negative thing, but it's like in a sense it's like, damn, like they want to take a picture with me.
I know, exactly. No, I still think like people are always like, and then they're always like nervous when they talk to you because like they're scared, like they think you're like this big time person, but you're just like, I'm just a dude. Like I don't know what you're talking about. Like talk to me like you would talk to your homies, you know. Like not like I'm some like god or something, right? It's crazy, and like people are nervous and people get scared to like come up to talk to you because I don't know, they just have this like stigma that they're gonna be like dicks or something. And it's just like, nah, like this is awesome. Like
for sure.
I
love that, bro. Because the reality is like I bet there's some
for sure
athletes that like that's why they say like don't meet your heroes, because sometimes like you'll be disappointed. Thankfully, I've never had like any experiences like that. I'm sure you have a lot, but as far as just when it comes to like soccer and in like the near future, what's something you hope to accomplish?
So I'm trying to go play in Europe. Like that's the number one goal, right? Is to go out there and try it out, right? If it works, and if it doesn't, you know, I can always come back here. Go play Mexico, but
in Europe, why Europe? Why do you say Europe?
It's just like I was saying, like the culture is just different. Gotcha. Like that's soccer's number one.
Is there more money behind it as well?
100%. Yeah. So it's all about the money. It's about, you know, making your life, right? You're living, and that's where you got to go to make it, right? Like you go out there, you're making bank. So and then it's just the culture. Yeah, like everything's better. Like the soccer and the environments and stuff like that. It just gets more people involved. Yeah.
And so with that, like, are you just do you just got to keep doing what you're doing and you just get recruited? Is that kind of like just the route?
Yeah, you just continue to perform for my club, right, Real, and then teams are watching always. So like they do scouting to the U.S., so teams are scouting, teams are watching, and then also playing with the national team has been a help too. Getting call ups there for the U.S. has definitely put your name higher out there, right? So
did you play in like the World Cup or Olympics?
I played in the U20 World Cup, and then I was in the team that qualified for the Olympics, but I didn't make the Olympic roster. I was not an advocate, but like the reserve.
Like
reserve.
If someone kind of make it
or got hurt. Alternate. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was an alternate for the Olympics. And then I got one call up for the senior national team last January. So yeah.
Gotcha. I was gonna ask you about that because I got to go. I was in San Antonio. I got to go to that.
Yeah.
Like, how's that experience, bro? Was it?
Yeah, that was crazy, right? Like you felt the vibe. Like there's just playing for the U.S. right? Like on the senior team. Like it's just a different like vibe. So it was super sick. Like and I had my family out there too. Like everybody came. So it was a dope moment.
When you say senior team, what's that?
So that's like that would be the team that would go to the World Cup.
Yeah.
Got you.
So as you said, he was in the U20, there's a U17.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. Like senior team, like that's a team like in a picture perfect world. That's like the World Cup team.
Yeah.
World Cup team.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
always changes. Rosters will change.
Yeah.
For the U.S.
For the U.S.
Who would you say in your eyes is like the best U.S. player?
Oh, for sure. Christian Pulisic. Yeah.
Christian Pulisic?
Yeah.
I need to get him into more soccer, bro. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's like crazy facts. Like there's like two guys that are like getting called up, like Sendejas and Pepe.
Yeah.
They're from El Paso.
Yeah.
They Sendejas is in America, right?
Yeah, America.
And then Pepe
is in PSV Eindhoven in Netherlands. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
And then you were just talking about there's a really good dude who goes to top you, right? Carlo. Is it
Oh,
Carlos?
remember we just met him?
Yeah.
He's with the Mexico national team.
Yeah.
Well, he played a few World Cups with them, and he plays for the Bravos.
Yeah.
And then, man, it's been cool. These actually past few days.
Yeah.
We've had Diego, him, my boy Memo. Just like all coming in the same around the same time. So it's been cool, man. It's been really cool seeing him.
Hell yeah. Have you been to Salt Lake yet?
I haven't, dude. I need to go. I need to go to.
You need to go, yeah.
I need to.
I've never been to Salt Lake in general, bro.
No.
So we definitely need to go out
just
there.
Not in the winter, but.
Oh yeah, bro. I bet it's cold as shit, huh?
It's so bad. The snow is crazy.
I heard it's nice, bro.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. And have you been home recently?
I have not yet. No, I haven't been home. So.
Damn. So when's the last time?
I don't even remember. I think it was last Christmas.
Oh, okay. So you usually go back for the holidays.
For Christmas and New Year's. Yeah.
Got you.
That's our break. Bro. Yeah.
What do you like to do in El Paso? Just curious. Besides, all there is to do is drink. But like, do you go out here?
No, I haven't really. But like this past weekend that I did, like when I first got here, I did go out.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
I went to Malulam.
Oh hell yeah.
And then to.
You said the arcade bar.
Yeah, Rad.
Okay, got
something.
you.
Yeah.
That's chill.
And then this little like bar called King X.
Oh, okay. It's like a little dive bar.
Yeah.
I've never even been there.
It's fire though, bro.
Dude, we need to go. Yeah. They have that's where the Steelers fan club is. She's a big Steelers fan. I would say I'm gonna take her to. And then I told him we need to take him to headquarters, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what I was gonna say. We need to take you out to headquarters. I feel like Rob's that dude there, bro.
No.
For real. Yeah, he is, Liv. She's like,
they told me like that Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, we're gonna make a little outing.
Oh my god, yeah. That one's dangerous, bro. Night before Thanksgiving.
Something light.
Yeah.
No one works Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yo, Rob goes hard, bro. I don't know if you know, bro.
Only sometimes. Only on the days that end.
Sorry, the old Rob. Exactly. The old Rob.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
Balance, you know? It's all balance sometimes.
So are you going to be here for Thanksgiving?
I am. Yeah.
Well, bro, if you need anywhere to be, I mean, not like all like serious, like if you want to pull up to have some Thanksgiving dinner, bro. Yeah, just let me know, bro. I'm sure Rob would do the same. Like our doors are open, bro.
Dope. Appreciate that.
I've been out of town for holidays sometimes, and it's like, damn, like that shit sucks, bro.
It is. Sometimes it is tough. Like in Utah, I'm out there and like Halloween that just happened. I was just like, what do I do? Like nobody's here, so I'm just chilling at home, and you have and I live in an apartment, so there was like no kids knocking on my door. So I was like, damn, it's kind of. I bought like the big ass candy bars.
Oh damn!
Like I wanted to be that guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, to give out the big ones, and nobody came, so I just had
And
like
you just have these candy bars in your
yeah.
house? Oh,
it's just in a
shit.
drawer for when everybody comes to take one.
Hell yeah! And you still got your spot out there, just
just paying for it, but yeah.
So do you be cooking by yourself over there?
Nah, dude, I just be either going to like the same places every day,
Yes.
or we have like a cafeteria, right? So you just take food
yes.
from there and then just take it in.
Is it pretty decent?
Yeah, it's decent. We had a chef like change because it wasn't decent, so they made changes, and yeah, it's better now.
Yeah,
but it's good. Yeah.
Do you game?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you on?
Call of Duty player.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Bro, you need to get up with this dude right here. He's a streamer, bro. He be streaming.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He's definitely locked in on that.
I just bought the PS5 Portal yesterday.
Shit.
Yeah, so I could play on because I'm always on the go. So
Got you.
So
What's a
like
Portal?
It's like so you leave your PS5 on rest mode, and it's basically a screen and with the controllers on it. So it's a portal, like a portable PS5, and then you can just play online, everything just on the go.
So it's like a Switch kind of?
Yeah, I would guess like
So
a
it's
Switch.
like a PSP but better.
Yeah, but better. Exactly.
Actually, that was great.
And you
PSPs
could play
are
like
crazy.
online and everything connected to the
That is
PS5.
insane.
Yeah, it's
How much is that?
So it's 200. So it's the PS5 is what 500
plus,
and then plus $200
Gotcha.
for the.
Bro, are you in FIFA?
I am. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, it's awesome. That was probably one of the coolest things to be honest, dude.
Like your face and everything.
Yeah, everything. The way I wear my socks, everything. Like
what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's insane. That's probably.
Were you happy with your rating, or is it just like?
Nah,
bro,
dude, I was low key heated for a bit about that, but it went up after this year, so it went up. But yeah, I was low key like heated. But then they gave me some stats that I was like, okay, yeah. Like I'll take that.
Bro, that's fire.
Yeah.
Just playing with yourself. Do you ever just be like, oh, I'm trying to
yo.
Oh shit! They're like, yeah, you're right.
Damn, bro.
I barely caught that one.
Make sure you include that in, bro.
Bro, the fact that Liv is the one that helped me catch it, I was like, damn.
I caught it, but I was trying to be professional.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, damn, that's fucking crazy, bro. That's fire. But on that note, one thing I always like to leave off people with, bro, is what is something you'd say to someone who's kind of just going through a tough time right now? Maybe they're away from home for the holidays, or maybe they're just experiencing just a rough time in their lives. Maybe for an athlete, they're kind of waiting for that. Because I think athletes, like, they can be grinding forever and not see I guess that opportunity come, but they're like kind of waiting for that. So what would you say to someone like in that position, you know?
Well, for me, when I was in those tough situations, we didn't even bring it up, but like therapy, that's something that I do, once every other week. So I have a hour and a half session I have Zoom, and then in person I go in Utah, right? But like right now I do Zoom, and we just kind of let everything out. Like this is your safe place, and you talk about issues, and they just kind of they give you tools that you didn't know you had for your toolbox, just to like whip out when something's going wrong. You have like, oh, what can I use in this situation and stuff like that. And no, it's just really good to speak to someone, right? If you don't have anybody to speak to, get some therapy, and those people are there for you, like strictly you, and everything's private. And I feel like people need to not be scared of it, but to embrace it. That's something that's gonna make you stronger.
Yeah, it's amazing, bro. Yeah. What prompted you to kind of make that jump?
Yeah, so I like. My brother always told me for the longest time, like, to do it, to try it out, but I always put it away, like put it aside. I was like, nah, like that's weak. Like, I'm not gonna do that type of thing, right? And then one day I was just having a hard time. Like it was one of those days where you're just something's wrong. And I just reached out, and I went to 3 different therapists, because the first 2 I just hated. Like, just, you can just switch after one.
Yeah, I feel like that's a case for a lot of people that start going to therapy.
You got to find the right one for you, and don't be afraid to be like, nah, I don't like this. Like, you got to leave. So it was my 3rd attempt, and this lady just kind of, after our first session, I was just like kind of relieved, and that's when I knew it was just like, wow, this is what it's gonna feel like. Like I'm ready to come back every week. Like. Stuff like that. And like I started once a week, so it was sooner. It was like every week, and then now it's back to every other week, and hopefully it's like to once a month, and then it just comes to like whenever you need it.
When you need
it. Exactly.
Yeah. And what improvements did you see overall in your overall mental health and life?
It kind of was just like how I kind of see it is like you have a battery, right? And it's kind of like you go in there with it full, and as soon as you leave, it's like it's fresh. So you're back at zero, and then it's like you keep prolonging this thing that like it's gonna continue. Like all the things that are happening to you is gonna take longer and longer to get to that point of like frustration or like that point of where you can't deal with it anymore, right? Gotcha. So it just got longer and longer, and then like I said, the more you go, the less time you have to see them again. So yeah, and then it just kind of gave me like when something was happening or when I was feeling sad, it gave me a tool what to do when I was sad, right? It was like when I'm angry, what to do when I'm angry, and then kind of things to think about, and yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to therapy, Rob?
No. we literally had that conversation this week.
Yeah.
100%. That's crazy, bro. We talked about that like this past week or two.
Yeah.
I definitely could use it for sure, bro.
Yeah. It's life changing, man. I'm telling you. Like I for the longest time, like, bro, my dad was just always like, nah, you're blank if you go to that, right? Like you're whack. Yeah, and then I went, and it was just, dude, it's a different, like, you don't even know it. Like, it's a huge change. Like, you just feel relieved, you feel relaxed, and almost emotional, right? To a point where you're just like, damn, like, this is how you can actually feel. Like, all this bottled up, all this anger, all this stuff you have. Yeah, but I think one thing, you got to commit to it, though. Like, you can't go in there, like, half-ass and kind of lie to your therapist and stuff like that. Like, you got to be straight up. And even if it's, like, nervous, like there was things I was telling her that I'm like scared to tell her, even though she has no point, like this is her job. I was just like scared, but once you let it out, it's just like the relief, right? And now you go on with your life and you're happier and stuff like that. Yeah,
for sure, dude. Yeah, I've been to therapy. I don't go anymore, which I feel like I'm in a lot better position now. I feel like I could still definitely use it, but I think the thing I got from it was like, or the thing that resonated is when you said like emotional, bro. Like there's a few times where I never like really like teared up like that or like just cried, but like for some reason you're just hearing yourself talk about these things and like it's an emotional thing, you know.
It's great. Yep.
Yeah,
I feel that. Yeah, there's been a lot of crying sessions in the therapy things, and it's just like you're not even trying to. It just comes out like
exactly.
Yeah.
It's definitely a powerful thing, and for whatever reason, like you just feel better after.
Yeah.
And whether it's like you just kind of letting everything out, or a lot of it, I feel like is just you knowing that you're making strides to get better. So like in your head, it's like you're just you're progressing. You know?
Exactly.
But yeah, bro, definitely get on that therapy, guys. If you haven't. I feel like everybody can benefit from, even if you don't think you need it, you know.
Yeah. Check it out, and then you'll see.
For sure. Hell yeah, man. Well, damn, I really appreciate you coming through, bro.
Of course, bro. Appreciate you guys.
It was definitely a pleasure. I'm glad we got to make it happen, and yeah, bro, I appreciate you, Rob, too, especially like helping us connect with Diego and everything. And yeah, man, this is it's just a blessing to be able to sit down with you guys, bro. It's amazing. So
appreciate that.
Shout out to Vic, shout out to Liv, shout out to James Curry. Yeah, man, we'll see you guys next time.